going with the lethal ignition instead of the impure rage. So she wants an extra bit of damage in those short trades. But look at this on the bottom side, man. The lane is pushing towards Perez, and now with Alpuerto in the region, Chiero will come in to try and allow for some space to be had. Oh, and actually, they'll be able to get that gold buff as well. So for both teams, they're still waiting around. I think the level 4 is definitely a big power spike, but Dinner and Shiedo seems to be content just going in aggressively, trying to match the early game pressure.
Another thing that we can notice is the fact that with, Sa, you talked about level 4, but Sa doesn't necessarily need that level 4 to deal out that damage, right? I think that's one of the main advantages of having a Lilia on your team, and she's actually been able to utilize that pressure that she has in the mid lane towards this top side. The Yuzong has been doing a fairly better time unless this happens, right? Unless the pressure from the other lanes do push forth into the EXP lane as well, because naturally both of these teams do want to have an advantage before they go for the next neutral objective, which is this first turtle of the game. And both junglers are both at level 4, so that 50-50 is going to come through. But technically the Fredrin should have an easy time with the ultimate layering with the retribution damage as well.
Heavy spin though is available now for Vivero. Look to that to make a play. Heavy spin already initiated, and look at the pin down to Kao. Now Philippines go for the play, but no, it's still gonna be Vietnam who secures it there. Unfortunately for them, but now on the back foot, they use the bulk of their resources to secure the turtle, and the Philippines try and look for compensation. They get 2, and they'll take that. But already a great showing from Vietnam here.
Yeah, Vietnam being able to pick up that neutral objective is definitely a different story as to what we saw from game number 1, because in game number 1, Philippines, they were able to get the neutral objective and they were able to get the better out of the team fights, and that eventually kind of helped them go for that snowball that they were able to get. But meanwhile, another clash here in the top side. Diagon gonna be able to force in that flicker from himself to get out of that situation. But again, Sa,
Pulled back, Vivero looking for the secure on the kill, but it won't be enough damage. That'll be the Philippines pushing Sa out of the lane, but she just walks straight back in. But Vivero now spots the purple buff. There's a chance that they are orchestrating some kind of invasion. But it seems like El Puerto is still gonna be preoccupied. And the top side though, still that 1v1 situation, Daisy against Diagon. That seems like, and this is a big trade happening, there's no way for Daisy to really force Diagon into a proper all-in into a fight.
not just yet. Corrosion Sight now picked up by El Puerto, helping him out in these particular team fights. Now sitting at a 1-0-1. Again, even though the Roger is in the jungle. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who are a little bit confused, it is a Roger in the jungle. He does still need to find that snowball, right? Oh, Paris. However,
Circling Eagle into the nether realm though. That's gonna be a great save from Amores, but that's a heavy spin also expended right before the neutral objective is up. Vietnam, of that play, they have wasted 2 big ultimates, or at least used up 2 big ultimates, 3 even, from the Philippines. They can go for the play right here, and you can see Daisy already setting up for it, cutting the wave, making her way down. Vietnam might win big here.
that was exceptional cover. What in the world? But Dinner,
Immediately deleted by El Puerto and Diagon. That is an extra bit of damage. Now without the gold laner, Vietnam still going for it. The Black Dragon Storm already being used, but look at the Kai coming in. Vivero dodging everyone down, knocking them up, and that's the damage coming in from El Puerto, looking for the turtle still, and it will fall into the hands of the Philippines. Final Slash comes through as well, and they are chasing down the members of the of Vietnam all the way under the turret as well. And all that while in the top side, Perez is able to secure the turret.
it's been insane how the Philippines have been playing it all the way from game number 1 in this match, right, against Vietnam. The way that they are able to focus on a certain aspect but also use that to collapse onto something else. Like, they're very quick. You mentioned about that macro play, and we're seeing it come through yet again here. Under 5 minutes, Philippines has been able to amass a 4K gold lead. Ladies and gentlemen, they're picking up turrets left, right, and center. They're picking up neutral objectives left, right, and center. And they're also picking up the kills left, right, and center. 5 minutes in, 6 minutes in, 6-0. Vietnam has not been able to find a single loophole to what has been given over by Philippines.
basically almost 1 kill per minute for the side of the Philippines. And now they're going on to Sa once more. Diagon with a huge amount of damage. But now the Black Shoes into her doom, though. That will be Perez picking that kill up. The Philippines, again, they're just more united and they're more synergized. For Vietnam, they're trying to do their own thing, but they are getting punished slowly but surely as Diagon comes in, forcing out the Purify from dinner, actually.
And that's going to be a 60-second cooldown, ladies and gentlemen. Not going to be there for the next neutral objective for sure, unless, of course, Vietnam find a way to... Oh no, Daisy is actually receiving heaps of damage, and she's going to walk straight into El Puerto.
Ooh, there's a lot of burst damage, though. It won't be enough. The Black Dragon gets shot out of the sky by Perez. Vivero, though, is the trade that they want to look for from Vietnam, but it won't be available. Netherrealm and Heavy Spin. No way you're taking down the Panda. Look at Diagon just still waiting around in the wings, looking for a chance. But look at the threat. Vietnam are forced to respect the potential, the possibility itself for the Philippines to strike back.
And now El Puerto is 3 levels above of Kao right now, and she's actually already utilized her retribution, so there shouldn't be any contest in that neutral objective sense. But what happened there? A clash again in the top side. Luckily that Guiding Wind still is going to be able to go in for the cover. But again, Dinner just picking up the DHS. She needs a little bit more time to get to the items, but look at how aggressive Diagon is playing on the Arlet as well. Such good zoning coming through. And again, the collapse coming through from the Philippines. 1 tower in the top side and another tower at the bottom.
All while El Puerto was still able to steal away the orange buff from Kao Kute. So they're just winning on every single front. And look at this heavy spin, though. They're going for Kao Kute. 1v4. No chance, man. Mathilda just nowhere in the vicinity to try and go for the save. Now, without the Fredrin, without one of their main frontliners, the Philippines are going to try and go for the turret, and Vietnam, they're going to try and defend, but you can see how carefully they're playing. They don't want to get jumped on, and the Circling Eagle will not be used aggressively there.
Are they trying to beat their own record? Right? 8 minutes has elapsed, ladies and gentlemen, and this is how dominant the Philippines already are. What is that gold lead, Arashi? I can't count. 8, 9, 10. 10k? 10k gold lead now for the Philippines, and now it's looking like they are looking for more. All 3 lanes are still crashing, top, mid, and bot. And it looks like they are going to capitalize over this. 30 seconds left for the Lord, though. Let's see the decision that they're going to make.
There's definitely still a healthy amount of wave clear coming out of Sa on that Lilia. That is the advantage that Vietnam has when they're trying to defend. But of course, with the Lord, the sieging tool that the game has generously allowed for the players to use, it might be a different story. Perez takes away the purple as well from Vietnam. So even when they're backing away, they're still making sure that they get full value. With Diagon picking up the blade armor, we saw earlier that she was fully content just standing there 1v3, knowing that she has a tankiness, she has the regeneration as well. If they want to try and focus her down, they'll have to do so with expensive cost. The Philippines making the first move onto the Lord right here, and Vietnam, I don't even think they know that it's being taken. It's just taken just like that, stolen from under their noses, as the Philippines might be looking for another pickoff, but seems like they'll be slowing down, waiting for the Lord frame.
The final moment, ladies and gentlemen. The Philippines at match point. Vietnam, earlier on with that 0-2 loss against Myanmar, they're looking to make a name for themselves. They're looking to repair what they formerly lost in their previous match here against the Philippines. But they are looking at one of the largest battles that they have faced here at ISF, as the Lord is marching down in the mid side, and it looks like Philippines want to go for the close.
Diagon trying to threaten away, but he's getting bursted down immediately. That's Sa picking up the kill. Netherrealm finally comes through, but they're already 1 man down. They're sitting there trying to battle it out with the help of the Lord, but Sa is just angry, glooming all over the place, forcing a flicker out of Vivero as Shieru tries to help out, enabling the chase, but it won't be enough. Vietnam, they've pushed the Philippines away. They lost only a base turret, and technically, they've secured somewhat of a win there.
For sure, right? They were able to, trade in for Diagon. They were able to defend it, reduce the damage to as minimal as possible, and they lose the mid-tier turret. The mid base turret, which is one of the best case scenarios that you can have with how far ahead the Philippines is. As we take a look at this instant replay, ladies and gentlemen, of what occurred earlier on in that siege, the Blazing Duet did help and was able to spark in and out of the Netherrealm that came through. But Sa, man, she's an angry beast at this moment. She wants to try and look for a comeback. She's trying to look for opportunities, and she was one of the main reasons that Philippines couldn't close it then and there.
Look at the for round 2, the final slash onto Sa with the black shoes with the Purify, gets her out, circling Eagle to try and deter, but the heavy spin pushes Daisy back. Now with the man advantage, the Philippines are trying to go for it. No big dragon to try and deny them. They're going to try and go for the crystal as well, but the DPS from Sa is a bit too much. Might be a bit too risky for them to risk it. So they are still holding on though, staying in the base.
Oh!
Slash, throwing another pickoff by Perez, immediately shutting down Shieru. And from there,
Looks
no
like
minion waves available just yet. And Vietnam, they're just still waiting. The Philippines are sticking around.
Yeah, it looks like they're gonna be waiting though for that mid-tier turret to go in and crash into the base. But that's the thing, right? Even in the later stage of the game, as we enter the mid-game here, ladies and gentlemen, 12 minutes in, the Lilia does still have a lot of advantage, right? Really great wave clear, very quick as well. And when these players from the Philippines with a heavier level of HP, and as they're clumping up with one another, that's when the Glooms really find its value, right? She already has the Ice Queen one as well as the glowing one, so it will help them in these sort of engages, especially when they go for the defense.
Sai is basically serving as like the main DPS tool for the team, man. Dinner is just a bit more utility, just going with the Blazing Duet, but we don't see her being relied on to really shred someone down. Sa seems to be the one doing that as much as possible, but look at Vivero, man. Always active, always looking for chances to find more information, to spot someone out. Because with the heavy spin, that's a easy escape for free card.
For sure, but now look at that, Alberto with the Haas Claws, so I guess that's what they're trying to go for, right? A little bit more sustain in these team fights despite being poked in by the DPS. Oh, wait a second, that's a big moment.
Final slash on the Calcute, and now look at heavy spin attempt. It gets cancelled out though, but with another realm, it doesn't even matter. The members of the Philippines go in under the base, no minions, no problem. Now with a wave in the center, they're going straight for the crystal, but Vietnam are trying to stop it. The Lord isn't even in the picture yet. The Blazing Duet gets used, but to no avail. The Philippines with a dominant end to this match.
They reign as supreme here once again in their group stage as well, not losing